It is day 2, day 3. Super excited about this. Oh, paint crush. Buy my car next year. Let me know.
Look at the headlights.
Yeah, it's like car breaks again.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a hell of a week. Now, it really has. In this last week, we've traveled to Idaho, had my brother's wedding. They're married now. Congrats, by the way, guys. Had an epic Hemi-powered rental car. That was a lot of fun. Traveled back home, and on the commute from the airport back to the garage, this thing decided to break down on us. It ran on 3 cylinders. Half of the way home, and thank heavens we hit most of the green lights. We limped it back to the garage, fortunately, and we had a car out of commission, and I worked the next morning. So fortunately enough, my parents were kind enough to lend me their daily driver, and I took that instead. And then in the last week, we've also diagnosed this issue, fixed it, and it's up and running again.
Oh, you mended it!
You changed the bulb.
I'm kind of disappointed because I was really hoping this thing was down for the count. But it lives on. I'm really determined to get to 300,000 miles. Since my parents were kind enough to lend me their Camry for the week, I want to try to repay the favor. Now, this car is about 10 years old. I believe they bought it brand new. But if you've ever lived in North Texas, you know we have pretty violent hailstorms. And unfortunately, a few years ago, that Camry was caught out in a hailstorm. And ever since then, the body, the paint has just been slowly oxidizing. And I'm gonna see what I can do to, one, remove some of those dents with one of those cheap Amazon dent pullers. Now, it does have potential, it does shine up pretty well, but I'm gonna see what I can do for a paint correction with what I have sitting over here in my garage. So again, welcome to the channel, guys. We're gonna do a paint correction, a dent pull episode for my parents, and surprise them at the end of the week when they come back and we swap cars back. All right, this is gonna be fun. So, just like normal, headlights will typically turn yellow after about 5 or 10 years. So we're gonna polish these up real nice. We have a few scuffs and scratches that we're gonna try to buff out. I think some of that will come out. And like I mentioned before, with some of the hail damage here, you probably see a little bit there on the roof, on the trunk lid there. Step 1, we're gonna clean this thing off a little bit. So pull this right up there. Let's see, they got 155,000 miles on this thing. Wash time. So like I said, guys, it does clean up pretty dang good, but there is quite a bit of oxidation, which I didn't realize this hood was that far gone. So not super optimistic about the hood, but the rest of the car, we got a few details that we can definitely polish out. Before we begin, we do have to clean up a little bit in the garage because I've decided it's not gonna go here to work on. We're actually gonna put it in the sanctuary. For the first time, any vehicle is gonna be my dad's Camry parked here. So first off, I gotta clean all this up, straighten it up, and then the car's gonna go here. And for the next very, very long while, we'll be working right here. Because if you reverse back to one of the first videos I ever did for the channel, it was on a super cheap eBay purchased dent puller. It was made out of plastic, and it wasn't the best. Piece of shit. But several weeks after I did that video, this was advertised, and I thought, okay, my issue with the last puller, it was made out of plastic, so it couldn't pull. Now, the advertisement for this was pretty cool in the sense of it's very strong, it's made out of metal. It's a much different configuration. And it comes with more pieces than you could ever want in your entire life. We also got a bunch of glue sticks to utilize. But essentially how it works, you use hot glue with this glue gun, put hot glue on this side, stick this to the dent, and then utilize this tool here, the hammer, and pull the dent out. So we use one about this size and go smaller and smaller, hopefully until that's nice and flush. So this is heating up right now. Once the heat gun's ready to go, we'll go ahead and try this out. Pretty efficient with these and do multiple at the same time, given you do have to wait for the hot glue to dry a little bit before you pull. So we're gonna do a couple all at the same time, but we need to speed this up because we have a lot to do. I'm gonna stop talking and let's go. It ain't perfect, but that is a lot better. Now this tree branch dent you saw earlier, you still see some indents. There's 2 little indents I cannot get out, but that majority has been pulled out. There's another one up here, which is completely fixed. This one is extremely difficult right here on this ridge. And you see a little bit remaining there, but again, the majority has been pulled back up. And then lastly, there's these other 2 here, which are pretty much good to go. Again, not perfect, but man, that's actually a lot better. So safe to say this actually kind of does work. Good stuff. By the way, guys, I cannot wait to get some lights in here and get this garage going. Also, we got some good old Hawaiian jams going on in the background. All right, time for the roof. It is day 2 of this thing. Well guys, the dent popper kind of worked. It was really an absolute pain in the butt though. For some reason, the glue it comes with sticks to those pieces so terribly bad that you have to carve it off of there, and it just really was an absolute pain. But the most important part, which is the paint correction, is coming up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and start on the hood. I'm gonna roll a piece of tape here down the middle just to see it before and after. I really hope I can get this oxidation off. Don't know, it's actually really, really far gone. But we'll see if there's any good clear coat underneath that, and we're gonna hit it with the buffer. All right, so what we're gonna be using is this Torque X buffer. I bought this a few years ago. I believe it was a few years ago. One of the first videos I ever did on the channel, along with that dent puller, was a paint correction on my truck. Completely changed the look of the truck, really brought it back to life. Now, this Torque X kit was an all-one kit from Chemical Guys. Bought it off Amazon, of course, with free shipping in Hawaii. But the kit came all-inclusive of the compounds, including the buffer, and I believe it came with a few of these pads as well. The lower the number, the higher coarse grain. So what we're gonna do for this car is go straight to the V34 because again, that paint is really, really gone. But before that, even more important is actually to clay bar. Now this is a clay bar kit I bought from Walmart. Clay bar and some instant detailer is what you need. What we're gonna do is spray the instant detailer on the hood, take the clay bar and clean it all up. And this is gonna pull any wax, residues, whatever is on the hood off, which is really important because if you don't, then you pretty much dirty up your buffing pad, which isn't good, and you also have the potential to scratch your paint. So we're gonna clay bar, hit it with V34, hit it with the polisher, and cross our fingers. This actually works. Favorite part of doing this. We're gonna lay a nice little piece of tape. Because it just might not be too late for this hood. We might be able to buff this out. Holy crap, guys, this is actually working. Check this out. So we have the unpolished headlight. I'm not sure how many years this has been since it's been polished. And I just hit this with the same exact compound I'm using on the paint. All right, we're gonna keep going. Are y'all ready for this? We are looking good, but this is always the fun part. Guys, even just in the GoPro, look at that. Pre and post. And you guys saw how oxidized this hood was. Now it's nowhere near perfect. You still see a little bit of oxidation under there, but it's 100 times better. Let's get to the fun part where we do the rest of the car. Detailer. Spread the compound. Gonna start it off on a low speed setting and then speed it up once the compound is spread around. Well, looks like this side has seen some better days. Got some pretty good rocks this has made contact with. And who's ready for day 3? Let's get cooking. We got a lot to do, not a lot of time, but oh, it's looking so good. So good. So shiny. If you guys don't live in Texas, it's kind of warm, and I know it's hot everywhere, but holy crap, it's 102 degrees and really humid, and I'm having a good time. And to be honest, if I could do this every day for work, I totally would. I absolutely love the results when you buff out a car like this. Look at that. It's so shiny. All right, we're in the home stretch, guys. We have this rear fender, the 2 doors, this half of the roof, and I believe that front fender. And then the last final touch, I'm gonna go ahead and use the fine buffing compound as well as the fine pad and do this hood one more time. Now it looks 1,000 times better than it did, but you still see some hints of oxidation. I'm gonna see how much I can really get out of there. Home stretch, baby, home stretch. Here we are again, guys. It is nighttime once again, but the car is looking amazing. Last step, what we're gonna do is put a little bit of wax on it to protect it because we basically stripped everything off. So we're gonna get some wax back on it, protect it a little bit, and then tomorrow we're gonna give it back to my parents. Woo! Well, guys, it's not morning time. It is still nighttime, and it's extremely hot in here. But I figured I'd record this piece tonight because it is the little man's second birthday tomorrow. It's gonna be a little bit crazy, so reversing back the whole purpose of this and what led to this. When that car over there broke down, the first thing I did was call my dad, and after he finished laughing about the situation because it's an ongoing joke with this car breaking down on me, he immediately, without hesitation, offered his personal vehicle to us until we figured out what we're doing with that thing. Now, that is the perfect example of who he is 100%, the true aloha spirit. He would give you the shirt off of his back. So I wanted to give back in some way, shape, or form. And I just spent a few hours really trying to make this a little bit more shiny, a little bit cleaner, a little more new looking for him. And it is my way of just saying a simple thank you. My dad is that way with everything he does. He gives everybody his 100% with the amount of time he spends with us family, for us. It's just amazing. Wanted to say thank you to my parents who do watch these videos regularly. Trying to give back just a little bit. This will be a surprise for you tomorrow. A little bit shiny of a car. But another cool thing about my dad is he just finished his last class for his degree. Now, this has been a massive achievement because over the last several years, he has been putting in long nights, long hours, finishing his degree. He has a full-time job. He has us kids to deal with. He spends a lot of his time volunteering at church. Now, outside of that, he was staying up till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning for several weeks at a time for the last 7 years to finish his degree. Dad, congratulations. That is just a massive achievement. Guys, for you, please leave comments below congratulating him on that. That is a perfect example of just true hard work and grit to get through that. Congratulations again. But it is late. I am sweating like crazy, and it's the little man's birthday tomorrow. So we will see you guys, parents, tomorrow, giving you back your car, and we'll see the rest of you guys tomorrow as well. Aloha. Hey, Rex. Hey, buddy. Dallas. How you doing, baby? These two. Dude, you tired? What a party, huh?
I had a good birthday, huh?
Woo! What a day. What a day. Super fun party. Little man loved it. But let's show my dad what we did to his car.
I want to get Dad over here.
We have a surprise for you, Dad.
By we, he did it, not me.
I just try to make your car look a little pretty. Oxidation.
What'd you use on it?
Polishing compounds.
That looks great.
They're still there. They're just not as bad.
You got a couple. Hey, Aloha, you want to borrow my car next year? Let me know.
Hey, look at the headlights.
Yeah,
Yeah, bust them out. That looks good. Dude,
Polishing compound, and I use my buffer.
that looks great, man. Thank you. That is amazing.
So I made a video of the whole paint correction, so you can watch it there.
Wow. That is amazing. Oh! Paint correction!
Wow, you can see.
Beautiful.
It's
Let there be light. Thank
You
you,
okay?
Chad. Yes.
Okay.
Bye. Love you.
Well, guys, we are back to 2 vehicles in the Lonestar Hawaiian garage, and the Lonestar Hawaiian bay is empty. It's been a heck of a day. To all the family members that came out for the party today, thank you so much. And again, that project on the paint correction, a really fun project over the last few nights, knocking that out. My dad always taught me to return things nicer than when you borrowed them, so hopefully I'm still living up to that. And again, Dad, congratulations on completing your degree. A tremendous achievement and really a motivating factor for us to see you grinding that out and completing that. Congrats again. Now, if you have stayed to this point in the video, guys, fun little contest for you here. As you might know, my wife and I are actively shopping for a new family car. My wife has a brand new job starting next Monday. She's got to get to and from work and to and from daycare with my son safely, reliably, on a regular basis. And that one over there, that car, not very reliable. So we're shopping. Now here's the contest. If this video gets 2,000 likes, not a massive crazy ask, we've done it before with other videos, 2,000 likes on this video, guys, instead of buying that normal, sensible family car, I'll go out and buy a 500 horsepower car to be our family car. 500 horsepower family car, guys, 2,000 likes. So share this video with your friends, get this to 2,000 likes, and I will go buy a 500 horsepower family car for my wife to drive on a regular basis and also to be a part of this channel. So at the end of the day, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, scroll down, be part of the Lonestar Hawaiian family, smash that like button below. 2,000 likes equals a 500 horsepower family car. I like that deal. But until next time, guys, as always, y'all take care, aloha, and enjoy the ride. Hey, shit. You need to be...